So in my school we have a special team of psychologists who will help us throughout the day, or whether we are feeling stressed or something. I think it's very good because whenever I feel most stressed, I can always ask them to help me or to have a session.
На самом деле даже не знаю, потому что на протяжении всего года у нас не было психолога, не было никаких психологических тестов, и поэтому мы учимся без психолога и без психологической поддержки.
There were some psychologists in my schools, but they only conducted some profoundational tests, and that's it.
У нас был психолог, он проводил у нас тесты. В основном все ученики боялись этих тестов, так как нам говорили, что если результаты будут плохими, то вас поведут на обследование в психиатрическую больницу, что у вас будут проблемы и так далее, поэтому все на этом тесте врали.
There was one time when I had a personal problem and I decided to call the psychological hotline service. I had a panic attack and I was crying a lot because the operator sounded very dry and uninterested.
My classmate somehow wrote a psychological test wrong, and he was sent to talk to our school psychologist, where he was brought to tears by scaring the Center for Difficult Teenagers.
We have a complex of ideas to make life better. There is a psychological assistance service with free psychological help in Moscow, but only people from Moscow can attend it. That's why we suggest making it more accessible. We believe that every resident of Russia must have 5 free consultations with a psychologist per year. For children under the age of 18, the number of such consultations is 10 due to stress, which is not fully formed mind is exposed to. In addition, people can use a free self-help guide developed by psychologists, where they can learn, for example, about the practices of stopping a panic attack. To make it known to as many people as possible, it can be placed in an existing application with government services. These practices can be conducted by school psychologists for each class, a couple of times per year. There is already a psychological help telephone line in Russia, but a small number of people know about it. That's why we can run an advertising campaign for it. Teachers can talk about this line in schools, along with fire department and ambulance numbers. For people who for some reason cannot call, there will be a chat with a psychologist who can help a person in an emergency situation. Accessible psychological help for people from any city or hamlet is the way to help us to cope with difficulties of life. Every person needs to be listened to.